Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to another episode of
Don't Do That.
Don't Do That.
Right here on 16 TV.
On F It Friday.
On F It Fridays.
Well, we are going to start the episode off with something that we haven't done in a while.
Mm-hmm.
We call this segment...
Oh, the comment clowns.
The comment clowns of the day. Comment clowns of the day. So in one of the shorts here on 16 TV, I had a short called I Hope I Don't Get Killed for Being Black Today. Now, with the climate the way it is and everything that's going on in America right now, with people being deported without due process and alligator Alcatraz.
Oh, let's not forget about the bodies that have been washing up on shore, you know, immigrants being put into cargo planes. But of course, we'll probably always hear, oh, that's fake news. You guys are fear-mongering. Yeah, okay. That's why radars and stuff are being turned off. Yeah.
And that's why they send the whole government on summer vacation or some shit.
Some weird shit.
Okay, so the comment clowns of the day. Let's give a nice round warm of applause. A nice warm round of applause to @Crappy King.
Crap pie.
Crap
Is
pie.
It crap pie?
Crap pie or Crappy King 5592.
I think it's crap pie.
He said, when I was saying, you know, the climate of America today and things that are going on, like with William McNeil and them blowing the Cincinnati brawl out of proportion, but they don't want to talk about the Arizona teacher who killed two parents while they were walking with their 7 and 9-year-old daughter. They want to blow up the Cincinnati brawl. And so he told me to calm down, princess. Okay, calm down, princess. I can't remember what I said to him, but it was more along the lines of eat a sausage. Maverick Warden said, and I quote, top tier victim. That's what he said. Top tier victim. So let's give those two comment clowns a round of applause.
Round of applause, gentlemen.
For their very clever banter and their inability to scroll past things they don't like without adding in idiotic, moronic, racist, maggot-brained comments, banter, words.
Something like that.
Since you want to know who are the real top tier victims, the princesses who need to calm down, prejudiced white folks.
Yeah, sure do.
Okay. All right. And then I have another segment on that a little later, because we're going to get a little deeper into prejudiced white folks.
Blackberry Kush, Web Weaver, House of Dank. Web Weavers. So will be two that I talked today about. Because this one is Jeffrey Melvin. Now he is, when you go on to the Wikipedia list of unarmed black people that have been killed by police. That's where I get my information from, right? Now, when you go on this little Wikipedia page or whatnot, they have things highlighted in blue and things that are not highlighted. Basically, the ones that are not highlighted, you have to wait for a story like this to pop up. Or you have to really do digging to be able to find that information. Now, Jeffrey Melvin, however, is from the city of Colorado Springs.
Is it the Taze guy?
Yes, it is.
All right, listen to this one.
The family settlement of $3.2 million.
We would have to pay all this money if they just stopped killing people.
Here we go. Now, this is from Bossip. This is by Jason Lee. Now, while there is no hard data on the exact amount that American cities have paid out in civil rights lawsuit settlements, it's safe to say that violent police officers have cost taxpayers, us, billions of dollars. For example, the New York comptroller cities $309.51 million as the amount that the Big Apple paid for 9,036 tort claims paid for civil wrongs. We only highlight these numbers to say that not only is police brutality inhumane and immoral, it's a bad business decision. We know the state doesn't care about our lives, but choosing to kill, maim, and abuse us at this cost really puts a fine point on how deep the hate goes. According to ABC News, the city of Colorado Springs, Colorado has finally agreed to a $3.2 million lawsuit with the family of Jeffrey Melvin. On April 26, 2018, Melvin just happened to walk upon a scene where police were investigating an alleged disturbance unrelated to him. Despite the fact that there was no disturbance, police say they were forced to use their tasers when Melvin ran into an apartment and barricaded the door. Within 90 seconds of contact, Melvin was tasered 8 times, which ultimately led to his death. During the trial, one of the officers testified that he was not trained that electrocuting someone more than twice could be dangerous. A Colorado Springs Police Department deputy chief also testified that official protocol at the time was to continue using the taser until the suspect altered his or her behavior. Neither officer was held to account internally, as CSPD determined they had done nothing wrong. It's unclear why it took almost 8 years to reach this settlement, but we're sure the city's lawyers did everything within their power to delay the process in hopes that they wouldn't have to pay the family of a man they killed. It should come as no surprise that the department is standing on blue business regarding accountability or lack thereof. Now, while CSPD respects the contractual authority of our insurance carrier to force a settlement in this case, which they did, we do not agree with that decision, and we're prepared to proceed. We're prepared to proceed with the trial. So they were going to. Now, I watched this. Shout out Dr. Richie on Indisputable. All right. This man was tased and brutally done wrong. Okay, he wasn't even a part of whatever was going on. Said a whole another name, looking for a whole nother person.
Was it Josh?
Yeah, it was Josh. Looking for a Josh.
There's no Josh here.
No Josh.
I'm not the guy you're looking for. I don't understand science. I'm going to shock you some more because I don't understand what electrocution is. I mean, I saw it in cartoons. I've seen them stick a fork in a socket and what happens, but of course that's not going to happen to a real person.
And for you not to want to pay a settlement out for an innocent person who actually had nothing to do, like you weren't even, like he was an innocent bystander. You just simply felt like that was Josh. You weren't going to take no for an answer. You were prepared to go to trial. You guys failed high school. You fail the city every single time you get sued. Every single time that you have to pay money to somebody you murdered. Congratulations. Thank you for wasting taxpayer money.
3.2 million?
Well, a man could have simply been alive today. And you wanted to fight that? This was y'all's fault. to begin with. And yeah, I have a right to shut my door. I had nothing to do with the situation.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
I would definitely be testing the ability for y'all to be able to educate yourselves, because you need some real education. And I know I'm probably going to hear something about I need education. Don't take education for morals and values, bro.
Well, let me educate you real quick, since you like education. You want some education?
I love education.
Story time, everyone!
Education
Yay!
is
Story
elevation.
time!
Oh, Lord.
So you know how they said victims? Said that I was a top tier victim. And calm down, princess. And I said, you want to know who the real top tier victims, the princesses who need to calm down, really are? I said, prejudiced white folks. Let me explain. Prejudiced white folks give more press to stories like the Cincinnati Brawl, where white folks initiated the conflict. And the response to the assault and the disrespect was, of course, labeled too extreme. But in the same week, have less coverage on a white teacher who brutally murdered a mother and father in front of their daughters, ages 7 and 9. Prejudiced white folks will cry that racism isn't a thing. Not anymore. And watch Shiloh Hendrix go from the poorhouse to a deluxe apartment in the sky after she quite unapologetically called an autistic African-American little boy the N-word multiple times. But we cry victim, right? She played the victim after she was exposed for being a pathetic piece of racist and was rewarded with almost $1 million. Prejudiced white folks. So then you got Rodney King, George Floyd, William Anthony McNeil. One was killed. 2 were beat up. 1 is historically beat up 34 years ago. Brutally beaten.
It was never the same, if I'm not mistaken.
Brutally beaten by multiple officers. Rodney King, 3/3/91, 34 years ago. Brutally beaten by multiple officers using batons and their feet, kicking and stomping him for almost 3 minutes. That wasn't extreme? In the Cincinnati Brawl, people were just standing around and filming. They weren't helping him. What do you think they did with Rodney King? Did anybody help him? And the police was whooping his ass, right? Criminal conduct on tape. Watch this pattern. After they get the criminal conduct on tape, though, and we see it, then they always come with, but there's more footage. There's something that you didn't see that justifies their criminality. Here, let me show you 60 more seconds, and it will show you why we beat him almost to death. This is why. George Floyd, 5/25/2020. Killed by a police officer who kneeled on his neck for almost 8 minutes.
And knew him.
Criminal act, listen to the pattern. Criminal act on tape, right? Later, they try and come with additional footage to show why
It was okay to murder somebody.
It was okay to murder somebody, right? That was 5 years ago. February 19th, 2025. William Anthony McNeil.
The sucker punch horde across the world.
Officer Donald Bowers sucker punched Mr. McNeil and then punched him again after he was out of the car. Listen to the pattern. Criminal act on tape where everybody can see it. And then what do? Oh, but here's some additional footage to show why he busted his window open and then punched him while he was in the driver's side and then snatched him out of the car and punched him again. Trying to get him to comply. But we cry victim, right? This shirt don't mean nothing, right? I'm tripping, right? Comment clowns. Comment clowns. Little Richards. Do you know what the nickname for Richard is?
Dick.
I bet your wife does. Little Richards. Comment clowns. Both of y'all. Get off my channel, fool.
All right. So, there we go. So, we have another dead one. Since I had to cover one that finally got there. So, there's civil lawsuit 7-8 years after the fact. And then the insurance company had to be the ones to tell him, you need to take it. His name is Ronald Green. May 10th, 2019, Ronald Hardin Green, an unarmed 49-year-old black man, was killed after being arrested by Louisiana State Police following a high-speed chase outside Monroe, Louisiana. During the arrest, he was stunned. He was then punched. He was then pepper sprayed and placed in a chokehold. He was also dragged face down while handcuffed and shackled. And he was left face down for at least 9 minutes. At least 6 white troopers were involved in the arrest. 5 were criminally charged in December of 2022.
Sounds kind of extreme, huh?
When Green's corpse was brought to the hospital, police told doctors that his car had run into a tree. A story a doctor said does not add up. Given the nature of Green's injuries and the fact that there were 2 stun gun probes lodged in his body, police later acknowledged that Green had died during a struggle, but did not mention specifics about any use of force by officers. Although authorities refused to release body... here, key point. Although authorities refused, let me say it one more time. The authorities refused to release body cam footage for 2 years. The Associated Press obtained and published a portion of it in May of 2021. In 2022, a medical examiner ruled the death a homicide. One trooper involved in the death, Dakota DeMoss, was given letters of reprimand and counseling for violating the department's rules about courtesy and recordings. DeMoss was later arrested for using excessive force while handcuffing a motorist in a separate incident. He was subsequently fired in June of 2021. A second trooper, Chris Hollingsworth, died in a single vehicle car accident in September of 2020, hours after learning he would be fired for his role in Green's death. A third trooper, Corey York, was suspended for 50 hours for dragging Green and improperly turning off his body camera, and has since returned to duty. As of May 2021, a federal wrongful death lawsuit and a federal civil rights investigation remain pending. In December 2022, 5 officers, including 4 state troopers and a Union Parish sheriff's deputy, were charged with crimes related to Green's death. Master Trooper Corey York was charged with negligent homicide and 10 counts of maleficence in office.
Maleficence.
In office.
Yeah.
While other officers were charged with that same thing, and obstruction of justice. Now, what gets me is it keeps playing back to me each and every time I see a black person get killed. I see Dylan Roof. I see that man that shot up the church and got Burger King. The man who shot up the movie theaters and tried to blame it on the Joker.
Survived.
And survived, all 3 of them. Breathing. Living.
You get to live.
One of them's free and 2 of them are in prison.
Live to fight another day.
But I see every single time that I cover something, every one of them are dead.
And every one of them are black. But
how? But this right here,
tripping.
You're offended by this.
We're tripping.
You're offended by this.
We're tripping now.
Really? So you would have no problem. So let's say, let me guess, you would have no problem if that same white boy that shot up that church, what if he went to your church?
I just thought of something.
And shot up your church. How would you feel about that? Would you be praying for him?
You know what I just thought of? As much as I get pissed off when I see that Make America Great Again shirt, because America's never been great for African Americans or people of color, so you're obviously flaunting in our face, playing in our face with a racist statement. It's the same feeling y'all get.
Exactly.
When y'all see the truth.
And I meant
right in your face for everybody to see. A walking billboard pisses you off.
Wait till I get my shirt. I meant what I said. Wait till I get mine, because I will find one.
So we are going to have shirts available for the channel. We're going to start having merchandise, and if you are interested in having a t-shirt, 16 TV t-shirt, or Don't Do That t-shirt for the flagship show here on 16 TV. We're also going to get hashtag superhero swag. What's another one we're going to get? The Caucasity. Who Hurt You? And a couple more. But we're going to start out with 16 TV and Don't Do That. So if you're interested in picking up a t-shirt, drop down in the comments. Let us know.
Yep. That's all I got.
That's it.
That's it. Right.
So Friday is over.
And we will see you next time, you guys, on Mad as Hell Monday. Thanks again for coming out and seeing us. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and get notified. And we will see you next week on Monday. Pieces.